Welcome back, guys, to another Thursday, beautiful Thursday, for another podcast. Future. Let me get the podcast started. Thank you guys for joining me for another episode. We always here every Thursday, giving you guys value as much as we can and trying to help in terms of, business, entrepreneurship, money, credit, investing, real estate. Really try to touch on all bases that can really help you financially. So let me get this. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Invest in Your Future. I'm your host, Kenny, Coach Kenny, CEO of Kirunda Group Corporation. I want to thank you guys for joining me for another Thursday. We're here every Thursday, each here trying to give back in terms of knowledge, in terms of people looking for entrepreneurship ideas. Also, real estate. If you trying to get into the real estate game, we're here to help also. We're here to influence as much as we can and also just give back as much as we can, because that's what the game is really about, giving back. If you really don't understand it, the more you give back, the more you get yourself. So we always want to give back. And so we're having the Financial Power Hour, December 12th. It's 7 p.m. There's going to be a link. There's going to be a link wherever you listen to this or wherever you're hearing this from. There's a link that you can see, you can click on, and the link will get you to the website where you can sign up. There's only a limited amount of spots left. We try to make sure that this is going to be an intimate setting for people with financial questions, or people with business questions, or people with just, questions that they can't really figure out financially. And we're just giving back, and it's going to be free. But to get the address, like I said, it's only a limited amount of people. We're going to just give you that link and then just sign up. And then once the spots are gone, it's all going to be gone. So don't forget to sign up. And I also want to say thank you guys for the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, all the everything. The feedback is really nice, and I appreciate that. It's always nice to get a thumbs up and get a little like. It helps the whole situation. People like to see it, but also it maybe helps share to other people that can listen to it and also get inspired also. So today, the topic is banks are your partner, not your friend. That's the name of this topic today. Banks are your partner, not your friends. So I used to work at a bank. I used to work at a bank called TD Bank North. And the reason I went to work at the bank was to learn about money, to learn about how money's made, how everything works, how the process works. And I'm going to break it down for you in this podcast today. And what's going to really help you learn is how banks look at you and how you should look at banks. And if you don't understand that, it's going to be a problem for you for the rest of your life, because you're going to have a problem, especially financially, if you don't understand how the banking works. Banking is one of the most vital things you could probably learn in terms of life. You should learn banking. Banking should be taught in school. That's how important it is. It helps you learn on what to do with your money and how to do it. So just to get a little history, you have to understand that banking really started with a simple concept. I have gold, I have a bunch of gold or silver, and I need somewhere to store it. So the bank was the place that they stored my gold or my silver. It was that simple. That's all their job was, to store my stuff, and I paid them a fee. Now, banks obviously evolved, and you have to understand why and how they evolved. When you think about a bank now, and you see the big vault in the back and everything, that vault is empty. That's just for show. You have to understand banking went digital. So you have to understand that there's no more gold, there's no more holding. What now the banking is lending. That's that simple. Lending. And yes, you could store stuff there with a safe security box, but that's not their business model anymore. Their business model changed. And the reason you understand this is because this is how you're going to make your money. Because if you don't understand this, it's tough to make money. You don't understand the money, how money is made and how money is flipped and how money is generated and everything. So let me give you an example. You have a savings account. You have a savings account or whatever bank you have, and it's paying you 0.015%, something small, something very tiny, less than a percent of a percent. That's how small. It's tiny. They're giving you not even pennies, less than pennies on your money in there. Let's say you have $10,000. By the end of the year, you're gonna have about $80 to $60. That's it for interest if you saved it in a simple account. That's not how you make money. You'll go broke, matter of fact, because inflation will eat your money. But understand this: when you're holding money or they're holding your money, what they could do with that money is what you need to learn how to do with your money. When the bank holds your money, they hold enough to be able to lend out 10 times more. Let me repeat that. So you have $10,000 in the account. The bank can loan out 100,000 on that 10,000. And what they do is they charge a higher rate. So you go borrow money from the bank and they charge you, depending on what product you're getting, 5%, 8%. If it's a credit card, 23%. That's how they make their money. Now, you, on the other end, are getting screwed because your money's not earning any money and they're charging you a high interest rate to borrow their money. That's how people get screwed with the banks and end up in foreclosures, end up in, bad credit because they don't understand the game. They don't understand how it's a game. You need to understand how the game works and the rules and the violations and everything. And the reason I went to work at the bank was I was broke and obviously I needed a job, but I also wanted to learn how the money game worked. And this is how it works. You borrow at 8 to 10%, they lend at, the higher rate to make sure they make that spread. And that spread is where the money's made. You need to understand how your money's made. You need to make money in the spread. So if you're going to try to fix your situation financially, you need to learn banking. So learn that banks are your partner, not your friend. So now you understand the history behind it. But now, how do you make money with banks? It's very simple. Your job as an individual, personal, or business, your job is to partner with the bank, to build a relationship with the bank. That's your job. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what every kid should do. Every person should do. Have a relationship with a bank. Ideally, a local bank, credit union, something small, but something even large is fine too. But you need to build a relationship with them. They need to see your face. They need to see you have accounts with them. They need to see you have, different products with them. And you're going to be favorable in the eyes of the bank. You're going to be favorable. Now, you need to learn the banking rules. The banking rules are this simple. Don't miss a payment. And if you do miss a payment, you need to figure out a way to make sure that payment is made up in advance. So all my banking is automatic. I suggest everyone out there also do the same thing. Automate it. Automate all your payments. Automate everything that can be paid in advance. So that way you never lose a relationship with the bank. You want to build as many banking relationships as you can. You want to have I'd say at least 5 good banking relationships with 5 different banks. This is where you can start using banks as your partner instead of as a place you just hold your money. You want to build these relationships because now you want to be able to borrow at a lower rate. That's what we're aiming for. Be on the side of the bank where they see you as a reasonable person that they can lend money to at a lower rate. You do this. This is where you start learning about money and how your money can really grow. So as an investor, if you want to become an investor, you go to your local bank, you open up an account. It's this simple. The process is this simple. You go to a local bank, community bank, wherever, you open up an account and you ask them for all their loan products. You ask them what mortgages they offer, what car loans they offer, what savings, investments, what personal loans, what credit lines they offer, what equipment, commercial loans, what real estate loans they offer for businesses. And that's what I would focus on and see how you qualify for those things. See if you can qualify for commercial loan. See if you can qualify for equipment loan for your business. See if you can qualify for real estate. See what requirements they're looking for. And they'll give you exactly what they're looking for. Hey, we're looking for this kind of credit score. We're looking for you to have this much in cash. We're looking for you to have this much in reserves, or maybe get a partner, or there's certain rules that you follow, and you get access to those loans. And those loans are the ones that can give you a boost up financially. I'm telling you right now, you need to learn the banking game in a different way. Instead of thinking about hold my money, think about how can I borrow at the lowest rate possible. And the way you do that is building relationship. You have to build a relationship. Now, let's say you have 5 banks, 5 solid banks you can borrow from. Let's say 100,000 from each. That's 500,000. If you can borrow 100,000 from each bank at a lower rate and take that 500,000, do something with it, your life will change dramatically. Dramatically. It's that simple. So you need to understand how banks work. Listen, banks are your partner, not your friend. It's that simple. You mess with the bank, they will burn you. But you do right by them, they'll empower you. They'll give you more loans. They'll give you access to more loans. You'll get private banking. There's a lot of things that I can get into, but I really don't want to get because I want to keep it basic. I want to keep it real basic. And if you want more banking rules and tips and things that can improve you, come to the Financial Power Hour, December 12th. It's going to be great for people to learn how you can go from zero and really increase yourself by learning banking rules, by learning about the credit game, by learning about how to improve just yourself. So that way your money situation is almost automatic. But guys, I appreciate you guys coming on to listen again another Thursday. We always here. Ask us questions. Give us a thumbs up. If you have questions or comments about the upcoming Financial Power Hour, just leave us a comment. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to everyone. There's limited amount of seating. But we'll make sure that anybody that comes in that really, is really excited to come in, please, we're trying to set up spaces so that way everyone who needs to be there or wants to be there and want to ask questions financially, we'll help you out. All right. It's going to be a strong piece for people who are really trying to improve their financials before the new year. So understand, it's going to be just for the public that are interested in increasing their financial IQ, but also increasing their financial awareness in terms of banking, in terms of credit, in terms of real estate, any questions they have in terms of investments, in terms of retirement, what they should be following, what kind of methods work, what methods don't work. That's simple. So guys, until next time, I'll see you at the top.